Hello and welcome. In this video, we're talking about essential Parkside tools for weekend mechanics. This is in fact a very budget-friendly video, and I think what you see here are the bare essentials that you can get away with. These aren't random bits and pieces, they're tools that I've actually used, and in some cases, they've saved me a lot of time, money, and stress. So, let's start with what I think is the most important toolkit of them all. The most essential Parkside automotive toolkit has to be this. The 216-piece socket and ratchet set. This kit is basically the first toolkit any weekend mechanic should get. So take note if you've got a friend that's into cars and they've got a birthday coming up. In the box you get 3 ratchets, 1/4 inch, 3/8 and 1/2 inch, each with matching short and deep sockets, which gives you so much more flexibility when you're trying to reach awkward bolts buried deep inside an engine bay. You also get a huge variety of bits and a bit screwdriver. Flat, Phillips, Torx, hex, you name it. It's all in here. And these 3/8 inch sockets, well, they're exactly the size you need for the Parkside 12V cordless ratchet. The only thing that's missing from this toolkit is this adapter, which lets you use 1/4 inch sockets and bits with a Parkside 12V drill driver. It's a small adapter, but it brings huge convenience. Now, one small upgrade I'd recommend. Swap out some of the regular wrenches for Parkside's ratcheting wrenches. They fit perfectly in the slots and they make most jobs so much quicker and easier. And one last thing, the sockets have this matte finish that will eventually start flaking off. But honestly, at this price, they're here to work and not much else, so I'm fine with that. I paid around €80 for this box and it's already paid for itself a couple of times, especially when I had to deal with something like this. Imagine this, it's a late Friday evening and I start my car just like usual. But when I try to put it in gear, the clutch pedal drops to the floor. No warning signs whatsoever, no slow loss of pressure, just gone. I figured it was the clutch master cylinder, so I ordered a replacement, and all the tools that I needed to swap it were right here in this box. I did use the cordless ratchet and a work light to speed things up, plus some brake fluid, a hose, and well, since nobody was around to pump the pedal while I bled the system, I used a piece of wood as my, well, assistant. It worked surprisingly well actually, and after a couple of hours the car was back on the road. I've been quoted around 250 to 300 euros to get that fixed on a weekend. So yes, this kit literally paid for itself in that single job. Next up is this Parkside Performance 2-in-1 stool and creeper, which is basically the entire reason I made this video. It was 30 euros at the time of purchase, although it's a little bit more now. Anyway, I needed something like this, so at that price, I just couldn't say no. Unfortunately, now that I've used it, I have mixed feelings about it. So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. First up, the good bit. Most importantly, you can use it as a regular stool on wheels when you're working on some suspension components, or as a creeper to slide under a car. Furthermore, there's a compartment for random small parts on one side and a magnetic tray for screws and bolts on the other side. But then we come to the light. I honestly expected it to run off the Parkside X12 or X20 battery systems. Instead, it uses those tiny pill-style batteries. And the light itself feels a bit flimsy. Not a deal breaker, but a missed opportunity for sure. Still, for around 30 euros, it's hard to complain too much. Now, how about some trim removal tools? This Parkside set cost me around 10 euros, although it's currently on sale for around 6 euros. And trust me, it's a far better option than attacking your car with a screwdriver and inevitably a hammer. These are plastic, they are the right shapes and sizes so they won't chew up your interior. I once tried prying a door card off with a flathead screwdriver and ended up with a massive scratch right across it. No, not good for resale value or my sanity for that matter. So, get one of these sets and save yourself the headaches. We've talked about this Parkside Performance 12V impact wrench multiple times in the past. It's not a powerhouse by any means, and you're not going to break free any huge rusted bolts with it. But pair it with a 5 amp battery and it will deliver around the 300 Nm Parkside claims. Within its limits, it's fast, convenient, and a huge help. Just remember to use proper impact sockets. Unfortunately, this has been removed from the Lidl website. However, that does give me hope that there may be a new, more powerful version on its way. I didn't mention proper impact sockets, so this Parkside impact socket set is the one I really like. The metal box is solid, the layout is tidy, And on top of that, when on sale, you can grab them for around €15. They do skip a size or two, which is annoying, but for that price, excellent. And even the regular price isn't that bad. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Extra lighting is an absolute must for me. Even when I'm working during the day, I always end up needing to have a better look at something. The slim Parkside LED work light is sleek, simple, and has adjustable brightness. But here's the thing, I still find myself grabbing the 12-volt one with the replaceable battery. It's not as maneuverable and it isn't as sleek, but I never have to worry about running out of battery in the middle of a job. If I had to pick just one, this would be the one. In my experience, the thing that fails most often on cars around me is the battery. So I always keep a set of jump leads around me. Lately though, I've been thinking about replacing them with this ultimate speed jump starter. The thing with jump leads is, they rely on the kindness of others, so if this little jump starter works the way it should, I wouldn't need to rely on anyone else anymore. And the best way to test it, well, let's see if it can start a 1.9 TDI VW with a completely dead battery. And when I say dead, I mean completely dead. Just 4.5 volts indicated. You might say that that's a bit extreme, but let's be honest, you don't get to choose your emergencies. I left the fully charged jump starter connected for a couple of minutes before trying to start the car. Turned the key, and well, nothing happened. Just a couple of dashboard lights flickered once, and then complete silence. That's it. Pretty disappointing, isn't it? So, for now at least, it looks like I'll be sticking with my old faithful jump leads, and the kindness of strangers. Speaking of kindness, if you're one of those kind ones, I'd really appreciate it if you gave this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, here's something you probably didn't even consider when thinking about car tools. That's clothing. I was in the clearance section recently, and just for €5 each, I picked up these Parkside work trousers and work shoes. For that price, I wasn't going to worry about the colour, the style, or whether they were the pinnacle of fashion. I just grabbed my size and walked away happy. The trousers actually surprised me. They're comfortable, they've got loads of pockets, which is perfect for keeping small tools, bolts, or backup 10mm sockets. The shoes, well, they're not winning any awards for comfort, but they're steel capped, all resistant, and puncture resistant. That's peace of mind when you're working around sharp metal edges or just car parts and pieces on the floor. And all of this is a good reminder that safety and practicality can come from the most unexpected bargain bins. Finally, let's not forget that Lidl also makes some really decent lubricants, cleaners, and rust dissolvers, and they really don't cost much at all. I've used them on a bunch of small jobs, and for the price, they do exactly what they're supposed to do. So, what do you think of my weekend mechanic bargain basement tool selection? Was it spot on, or did I miss something you'd consider essential? Let me know down in the comments, and don't be shy about pointing out if I got something wrong. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up because it really helps the channel. Thank you for watching.